It is said that the United States is a land of freedom, prosperity, and justice, a place where everyone is treated equally, no matter their race or religion. But was it always like that? For many years, Africans were forced to leave their homeland, family, and friends, and work for Americans. Some endured the harsh treatment, while others fled from it. Harriet Jacobs, a courageous mulatto-colored girl who could no longer put up with this injustice, escaped from her owners, the Norcons, in order to save her children and live a new life. This is her story.
Good evening and welcome to Dateline. I'm here with former escaped slave Harriet Jacobs, the author of The Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. She was born a slave in Edison, North Carolina during the year 1813. After 6 years of comfort, Jacob was forced to take the role of a slave. Today, Harriet Jacobs will go in depth with the brutal account slaves suffered. Ladies and gentlemen, Harriet Jacobs. How did working for Dr. Norcon change once you turned 15? And why was beauty considered a curse?
I went from a regular house slave to his defenseless prey. He kept on watching me. He was very inappropriate, whispering foul words and always watching me. I was very afraid.
Now, how did Mrs. Norcon respond to his unfaithful actions?
That's something I never understood of Mrs. Norcon. She, instead of talking to her husband about his irresponsible actions, she would take her anger out on us. She would make us starve. She would spit in the pots. And yes, we would starve.
With all these problems going on in your life, is there anyone in specific that you would run to in your time of need?
Mr. Sawyer. Mr. Sawyer was a white man, a lawyer. Yes, we fell in love and we had 2 children. Yes.
But he still ended up sending both you and your children to his son, Mr. Norcon, am I right?
Yes.
How did you feel when Dr. Norcon concluded with his decision?
I was very afraid because I heard a lot of awful rumors about that man. I heard he was a brutal slave owner, and I was afraid on how he was going to treat my children and I.
But if you were so concerned about how he was going to treat your children, then why did you run away, leaving them behind?
I thought it was the only choice I had. You see, the Norcons, they used my children to take control over me. Now, if I were to run away, they wouldn't have control over me, and they wouldn't need my children. So that way, Mr. Sawyer can buy them.
Do you have any regrets? Do you regret running away? Or if you had the opportunity to think things through, would you ever reconsider your decision?
I do regret not taking my children. You know, I think life would have been a lot better if I took them with me. Because of me, because of my actions, my brother, my children, and my aunt, they went to prison. They suffered because of me, and I don't like that.
But in the end, everything worked out for you. You ended up reaching the free states. How did things change for you once you got there?
A lot of people helped me. You know, the reverend, he helped me a lot. And from there in the free states, I became a nursemaid, and I got to write my own autobiography. It's called Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. I'm sure you read it. Yes. And there I got to tell my story, the story of a slave.
It was nice talking to you, and I hope to meet with you again.
That's all for this edition of Dateline Sunday. We'll see you again for Dateline Friday at 8, 7 Central. I'm Stone Phillips for Ann Curry and all of us at NBC News. Good night.